So first we have to load the files, the XML files, making sure there's no spaces in the names. Basically you have to do these individually. Once you've done them all, you then basically load them up, so you have to then select them from the list and import them. Sorry if I can't see the top of the screen here. Now, once you've loaded them up, it does its best to match them. As you can see here, it can't find Nick Henderson, so I have to go and try and find Nick Henderson. And here, Nicholas Henderson. So I link that together, then do the same for this Johnson chap. You can see here that we've got 2 L's in Russell, so the computer is not smart enough to match that. Now I've got Isaac here. No idea what his surname is, so, well, I could search for Isaac Officer because I happen to know him. He's not under 17. So I'm a little bit stuck here. So what I have to do is I have to go back to the XML file. I have to select and open up in a text pad editor of some sort, and then I have to browse through the list until I can find Isaac, and here we are, Russell Cobb. So that gives me a surname or potential 2 surnames to go and search on. So let's try Russell. So we'll go and search on there. Click search. Oh yes, here he is. Okay, so we select him and then we have to link him in so it identifies him. Alright, now we've got a Jason Lockwood. Wonder what happens if we go and look for a Jason as a surname, because that's all it searches on. Funnily enough, it doesn't find Jason, so let's say they've got this round the wrong way. Lockwood, let's do search, and lo and behold, we have got Jason Lockwood. So somebody's managed to put his name around the wrong way. Right, now we have a look here for Tyler Chan. So let's have a look, sorry, Chan, and no one here called Tyler. Right, let's just go back and check what is in the spreadsheet. So where are we? For here we are, Tyler Chan, no middle name, no nothing. So doesn't really look as though we've got anything here that gives us a clue as to what to try. So at this point I'm going to log on to the database. And so I have to go into fencing, select the fencing one, select the admin. There's a whole bunch of tables in here, so let's select the fencing data set. And we go into the users. Let's open that in a new tab. Right, now let's do a bit of a search here. Search and surname, last name. That's okay. Last name. Right, here we are. So last name we search in Chan, just to see if there's anything that we can get a clue on here. No, that's giving us exactly the same information as before. Sometimes searching this way allows you to identify information that you couldn't otherwise identify. Alright, so basically we've got to create him as a new fencer. So complete, so that's us done the men's file. Now, we pretty much have to go and do the same again. So let's, next on the list is ladies file, so let's go and load that. So I've got to select the competition. You can see the under 17, they've loaded the 22 results, so there's a female one, we have to enter the results for that. We have to go into load the file, just drink on the drop down, so where's the file? Yeah. Doesn't load in any easy order. Alright, so we've only got one here. Megan Harrison, let's look at her. Right, let's assume she's M. Harris, Megan Harrison, no date of birth. Oh, jinx. We have to do something. We've got to do something. We've got either a new fencer or link it. So let's link it. And at this stage, I've now got 2 I'm going to have to follow up on, so I usually create a little bit of a notepad. So we've got to follow up on Tyler. And we've got to follow up on Megan, find out why they're not registered, and if necessary, delete these entries once we have got some answers back. Alright, so on to the next result. So we've got to select the competition. We are a male AP, and then we have to go and find the male AP results. Oops. And load that up. Oh, 4 of them it can't find, so Mercer, I know the problem here. Good old Nicholas is the way he's registered, but he always enters as Nick. Fiedler, I know I've come across as well, so if you just see if I search his surname, nothing comes up, but I know there's a bit of a spelling difference here, so if I never mind the spelling, there's a whole name difference. But again, that comes with a bit of a guesswork and a bit of experience, so we link that one in. And then we've got Thomas, who I've come across before because he's registered as Alex. Yep, here we are, and he enters as Alexander. And then Nick Stevens, yep, and I've come across there, so we've got Nick Stevens or Nick Stevens. And again, technically speaking, these could be all wrong, but we've had a bit of experience in this over the years. Complete that. And go on to the next one. So it's like the competition. And we're going on to, now I actually know already there is no female AP results. I've checked that up because I noticed the file was empty. So here, Nick Stevens again, well, we know the answer to that, but you see I have to do it every time there's a different competition. That's different weapons. Now, let's have a look at Cock. Here's the name I don't recognise. Yep, can't find anybody the name of Cock H. So, doesn't find any sign. Right, so the assumption is that these are 2 new unregistered fencers. So at the moment we will just put these on the follow-up list. If they haven't registered, then their names will come off, or hopefully the central registration will just go in and up their details. The problem is that they usually go in and duplicate the details. Then I have to go in afterwards and delete one of the duplications. Right, so moving on. Select the competition, and we're now on to females. How are we doing for this lot? Whoops, let's just try that again. 50% matches. Right, so Blanco. Nope, must be a new fencer. Well, our friend Megan Harrison. Well, we made the assumption once before, so let's make the assumption again so we can check them both off, and let's do a complete there. Right, so what I mentioned already is that we haven't got any female epeists. Now there may be one, we can add it later, but at the moment there isn't basically any female epi results in the spreadsheet. Now I have to rank the results, so the first thing I have to do, I have to select what status the competition is. You can see from the list it's a regional central championship, so it's central, so it's a regional. Select the first event, go down, there are 22 fencers, so I go and have a look at my little spreadsheet. So it's under 17, it's a championship, so therefore it's 100, it's more than 16 max points, more than 16 fences, so it's 100, so there's 100 points, under 17 for 22. Click on the allocation, and hey, it managed to do it all for me, you can just see that. On the second competition, we've got 7 fencers, so we have a look at the under 17 championship. 7 fencers takes me to 50 points, so I set max points to 50. And then number of entries 7, and I allocate those ones. And next one, we've got 8 fencers, so checking that, that's 56 points. 8 fencers, and then onto the saber, we have 8 fencers again, so easy enough, 56, so that's 8. And then finally in the females we've got 4 fencers. Now 7 is the minimum, so everything below 7 gets 50. So 50 points, and we've got 4 and we allocate. Okay, so that's all the competitions, and if I re-look at the list, there are no competitions to select. So that's me added the ranking points for the individuals. Now what I have to do is go and run the ranking routine. So this is a little, I guess, half-finished program. So I have to go and track it down. It's in this folder by memory, and it's got a nice name called full ranking, so I've got to go in and edit it. So I go in and edit it, I have a look down, there's 2 fields I have to fill in here. Well, normally 2 fields, one is the date field here, so I put into today's date. So I'm doing this on the 11th of May. I then have to go down and select the category. Now, it's under 17, but I have to do the rankings for them all every time, otherwise it goes out of kilter. So that's me done for the full lot. I then have to go back and re-edit it. Obviously don't need to change the date because it's saved it, but I have to go back, and I've done the open, so now I have to rem that out and select the under 20s, and then I have to save that. And then I have to run it again for the under 20s, and then have to, let me just go through that again. So you can see that the open lot is done. Right, there's the under 20 done now, so sometimes it's a bit slower. So I then have to go back, re-edit again, and this time you can see a bit better. I rem out the 20s, and now I have to do the under 17s, so I save that again. And then once I saved it, I go back and run the re-rankings again. And there's the under 17s done, so I then can go back, re-edit it again. And at the beginning of every year, I also have to update the age categories, or the date from when the age groups start. And there's under 15s done, right, so that's that lot done now, so I've basically come out of that. I then put the information on the front page of the website, the right hand column, so I have to go and update the file that deals with that. So it was first created in 2004 for a national event, and ever since then it's been called the same name, Nat 2004. So that wasn't my doing, but I know where to find it, so I go in. So what I usually do is copy the previous event, I go back in and paste it. Now the 662 here I happen to know because I keep tracking a notepad that this competition number is 666, and then I can go and name it Central Under 17s Championship, and then can go and save that. I can then go back to the website and just double check that it has actually taken. Yep, we can see the right side, Under 17 Championship. And behold, here are the results, and they will